your new Miss America is Alabama, Abbie Stockard!
Welcome back to ShowbizPedia, your ultimate hub for all things glitz, glamour, and the untold stories behind the stars. And today, we've got a story that's going to grip you from the very first second. Imagine this. A young woman, buried under the weight of college tuition that's crushing her family's dreams. Her parents are juggling multiple jobs, sacrificing sleep and sanity just to keep her in school. She's desperate for a way out, a lifeline. And then, out of nowhere, she stumbles into a world of crowns, gowns, and spotlights, one that could either shatter her or set her free. But will she make it? Will the pressure break her, or will she rise to become Miss America? Stick around, because this tale of Abbie Stockard is packed with twists, heartaches, and triumphs that you won't see coming. Let's dive in. Now, before we get too far, let me set the scene properly. Abbie Stockard isn't your typical pageant queen. She didn't grow up with a tiara on her nightstand or dreams of strutting across national stages. No, her story starts in the real world, the kind where bills pile up, parents work overtime, and every dollar counts. Born and raised in a family that valued hard work above all else, Abbie and her twin brother were the apples of their parents' eyes. But life wasn't easy. Her parents were divorced, and while they never complained, the strain was evident. Abbie's mom, in particular, was a force of nature, holding down 4 jobs just to make ends meet. Can you picture that? Waking up before dawn, rushing from one shift to another, missing family events because the rent won't pay itself? Abbie saw it all, even if her mom tried to hide it. "They never let me feel the weight of their sacrifices," Abbie would later say, "but I knew there was a burden." This burden hit hardest when Abbie and her brother headed off to Auburn University. Tuition at a place like Auburn isn't cheap. We're talking tens of thousands per year, per kid. For a family already stretched thin, it was like adding fuel to a fire. Abbie's dad chipped in where he could, but it was her mom bearing the brunt. Dance lessons for Abbie? Those added up too. She'd been dancing since she was a little girl, twirling her way through childhood, and eventually landing a spot on Auburn's Tiger Paw dance team. It was her passion, her escape. But passions cost money, and Abbie couldn't ignore the toll it was taking. "I could see her struggling," she recalled. "I didn't know how she was doing it." As a freshman, Abbie was swamped with classes and dance practice, no time for a job. She felt helpless, watching her family bend but not break. That's when fate, or maybe just a stroke of luck, threw her a curveball. It was during her freshman year that Abbie heard about the Miss Auburn University Pageant. The prize? 1 full year of free tuition. Boom! Just like that, a light bulb went off. "I remember thinking, well, I feel like it'd be silly not to just go for it," she said. But here's where the suspense kicks in. She had only about a week to prepare. A week! Most pageant pros train for months, perfecting every step, every smile. Abbie? She borrowed an evening gown from a friend, dusted off an old high school dance routine, and threw herself into it. Heart pounding, nerves on edge, she stepped on that stage, the spotlight blinding, the judges' eyes piercing. Would this be her big break, or just another dead end? Spoiler alert, she didn't win. Ouch. 3rd runner-up. That's close enough to taste victory, but far enough to sting. But wait, don't click away yet. This loss wasn't the end, it was the spark. Something ignited inside Abbie that night. The thrill of the competition, the poise it demanded, the confidence it built, it was different from dance. Dance was about movement, rhythm. Pageantry? Well, it was about presence, public speaking, owning the room. And let's not forget the inspiration from her mom, the woman who never complained, who powered through 4 jobs without a whimper. Abbie wanted to honor that. She wanted to lift the load. So what does she do next? She doesn't quit. No, she doubles down. Just a weekend later, there's another local preliminary in Birmingham. Abbie enters, her determination like steel. The stakes feel higher now. This isn't just about tuition anymore, it's about proving something to herself. The gown fits a bit better this time, the routine sharper. The audience holds its breath as she performs. And then, she wins. Her first title. The crowd erupts, but inside, Abbie's mind is racing. This win catapults her to the statewide level, Miss Alabama. But here's the twist. It takes her 3 tries. 3 grueling attempts, each one building more tension than the last. The first time, close, but no crown. The second, even closer, doubts creeping in. Am I cut out for this? She must have wondered. The pressure mounts. Rehearsals late into the night, perfecting answers to tough questions, all while balancing college life. Her parents watch from the sidelines, proud but worried. Will the third time be the charm, or will she walk away empty-handed, back to the tuition grind? Hold on, because this is where the story turns epic. On her 3rd attempt, Abbie Stockard is crowned Miss Alabama. The confetti falls, the sash drapes over her shoulder, and suddenly the world opens up. Scholarships start rolling in. Not just pocket change, but real money. We're talking thousands that ease the family burden. But Abbie isn't done. Oh no, the national stage beckons. Miss America. This is the big leagues, where dreams collide with reality. The competition is fierce, 50 states best, all vying for that iconic crown. Abbie's journey to the top is a roller coaster. She pauses nursing school at Auburn, putting her future on hold for this shot. The travel, the appearances, the scrutiny, it's relentless. You're constantly in the spotlight, she later reflected. People are looking at you, making opinions about you. They care what you have to say. The night of the Miss America 2025 finals arrives. Tension is thick in the air. Abbie steps out in her gown, heart hammering. The talent portion? Her dance. Flawless, but under the microscope. The interview. Questions that probe deep, testing her poise. Will she falter? Will a slip-up cost her everything? The announcements drag on. 4th runner-up, 3rd, 2nd, and then the moment. Miss America 2025 is Abbie Stockard. The roar of the crowd, the tears, the crown. But wait, is this the happily ever after? Not quite. Winning brings its own storms. As Miss America, Abbie's life flips upside down. She's on planes constantly, jetting from city to city for appearances, speaking to crowds, advocating for causes, all while the weight of the title presses down. I remember after I won, the first thing I said in the car was, "Can I actually do this?" she admitted. People pleaser that she is, the expectations terrify her. What if she lets everyone down? The media watches her every move. Critics lurk in the shadows. Suspense builds with each event. Will she nail the speech, handle the tough questions? And then there's the personal toll. Nursing school on pause, friends back home moving on without her. Months blur into a whirlwind, but slowly the pressure eases. As time went on, I felt that pressure drop. She grows, transforms. Public speaking, once a fear, now a strength. Fast forward to September 7th, 2025. Abbie's reign ends. In a poignant ceremony, she crowns her successor, Cassie Donegan, Miss America 2026. The handover is emotional, bittersweet. Abbie steps off the national stage, but she's not the same girl. Back at Auburn, she resumes nursing classes, but with a new edge. I keep having moments of just sitting in class like, wow, what did I just do the past year? She laughs. And the scholarships? Over $89,000. Student loans? Paid off. Debt-free graduation on the horizon. She reflects, it really has changed my life and my family's life. But here's the deeper layer. Abbie's story isn't just about crowns and cash, it's about shedding light on the Miss America organization, which many dismiss as outdated. She says, I tried to highlight the scholarship money. There are young women out there in similar positions, and Miss America can be the answer. Suspense aside, it's inspiring. Think about it, from a weak prep newbie to national icon. Her parents' sacrifices paid off in ways they never imagined. As we wrap up this epic tale on ShowbizPedia, remember, life's full of unexpected turns. Abbie's proves that with grit, you can turn burdens into breakthroughs. If this story hooked you, smash that like button, subscribe for more showbiz secrets, and drop a comment. What's your biggest dream chase? Until next time, keep shining. Let's backtrack a bit and delve deeper into Abbie's childhood to build more suspense. Picture a young Abbie, maybe 5 or 6 years old, in a small town in Alabama. The air thick with southern humidity, the sound of crickets at night. Her parents, still together then, working blue-collar jobs to provide. Dad perhaps in construction, mom in retail or waitressing, long hours, sore feet. Abbie and her twin brother, let's call him Alex for the story's sake, though the transcript doesn't name him, running around the yard, oblivious at first to the financial tightrope their family walked. But as they grew, cracks showed.
The divorce hit like a storm, sudden, disruptive. Custody arrangements, split holidays. Abbie clung to dance as her anchor. Classes at the local studio where she'd lose